Is India intolerant towards insensitive jokes? Well, we've seen a lot of incidents over the time about how stand up comedians are being called out for making jokes on what people deem to be sensitive topics. And so, to discuss this, I have with me two very young and promising stand up comedians in the circuit. One, Mr. Vikram, Arul Vidyapathi, and Manoj Prabakar. Hi, both of you. Uh, so, let me begin by asking you, in your opinion, is India intolerant towards jokes made on sensitive topics?
I think generalizing it as India would be not right. I think few individuals are very insensitive and then are more sensitive, and then they are the loudest apparently. So that's the problem.
I mean, generally, people itself are like we take offense very easily. That's in our nature as a species. But like the ones who are making noise about it, that's because of them we are able to see like how big the issue gets. But generally, people take offense, but some of them are okay with it. Like they don't take us seriously, so they don't let it out. People who let it out, they just there are a lot of reasons why they take offense. Some people they want attention, so there are a lot of reasons you can list out, but generally people are bound to take offense, but most of them are okay with it. Some of them they express. That's the difference.
Right. And you both are people who touch upon sensitive topics, so I think it would be right to ask you guys this question. How do you like in the comments when you look at some people reacting a certain way, and does that really have a say in you guys choosing the topic that you speak on, or does it really sometimes, let's say you put out a couple of videos on a couple of sensitive topics and then you receive a lot of backlash on social media, and does that impact the choice of your next topic?
I don't know. See, I have. There is one comedian who had a video about having a dog or having about pet dogs, and he got added to this WhatsApp group with pet owners, and then he got bashed. So if pet dogs is a sensitive topic, I think every topic is a sensitive topic, and this is a true story. So I think Manoj bro here knows, like he talks about cinema, and then we were like,
We will get to
yeah. So there is no, you can, they will get offended for anything and everything. Suddenly you will do a video about Tirunelveli Alva, and Tirunelveli people will get offended. It can happen any day on anything. So there's actually no sensitive topics. They're just topics, and people will suddenly take ownership of the topic. So you just have to do what you feel is true. So the jokes might have some sort of exaggeration or oversimplification, but if the core of it, if you feel it's true, I think you have to just get on with it.
And especially you are the one who touches, especially the people of Andhra and Telangana are probably waiting to bash you.
No, that happened. See, the problem is, nouns are generally very closer to us. Like, we associate ourselves with a noun, like a place or a name. Like he said, Tirunelveli Alva. Why people of Tirunelveli will get offended if you make fun of it is because they are associating themselves with that place, which is a noun. So, in that sense, like as I said, we cannot, select a topic. We don't know what funny thought will occur to us. We just live lives, we observe things. We find something absurd, then we, as comics, it's our job to address the absurdity or give a comedic twist to that particular topic and tell the public that, hey, you have seen these things, but have you seen it in a comedic angle? We are here to tell about it with a punchline. So that's the job of a comedian, right? So we don't know what topic we are going to talk. So then how can we, how can you expect us to restrict, or how we have no clue, how to choose a particular topic. Whenever something occurs to us, we talk about it. So as you said, anything can be offensive, especially nouns. But like nowadays, anything can be offensive. It depends upon the listener, like how seriously they are attached to that particular content or topic. So the more closer their association with that is, say as you said, pet dogs. Like I am not a pet owner, but I'm not a pet hater also. Like if someone makes jokes about pet dogs, I'm okay. Like so, if you are able to dissociate yourself with particular things, then you can be very happy. Otherwise, situations like this will happen. So
And I want to ask you guys about the scripting of the jokes that you write. We've seen a lot of European and American comedians make darker jokes than Indian comedians, so to say. And so when you guys, breach a certain level when it comes to dark humor, where do you draw the line, given the kind of reception that's kind of mixed? More mixed reactions coming from the Indian audience compared to the Western audience. So, where do you draw the line, or how's your scripting process?
I really don't think I'm dark, because dark is a very no. It's a very different genre. Like they say very sad, very like how to say, these things shouldn't be laughed at. But where we come at least I come at, is like societal absurdity, like religion or caste, which has been made fun of for 60 odd years in Tamil cinema itself. Any comedian would have at least cracked one joke. If you take M.R. Radhandal, his whole career is cracking jokes like this only. He didn't have a YouTube comment section, that's all. They were writing about him in articles and other stuff. So, see, here's the deal, okay? If a joke works in a auditorium or a room, then when it's considered a joke. And we put out videos when it has worked. When it has worked, the actual reaction is not mixed. It actually has worked. When it comes to internet and people are commenting in it, they are not our audience. If they take a Vijay film, okay, and there is somebody who likes really, really artistic films, which like with very steady camera and stuff. Now this guy says, no, this commercial formula is wrong and blah 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 blah. Should actor Vijay take concern of him? He has crores and crores of fans, so he is going to cater to his fans. So like that, when people are appreciating me, and I know, as I said, when I'm writing a content, it comes from a core of it. It's very truthful.
And he spoke about the people in the auditorium actually laughing to a joke, and that's why you guys put it out on social media. But I want to reverse it and ask you, if the, let's say, Manoj Prabakar as a personality, and the social media comments section, or the kind of reception the video receives on social media, kind of defines what he is as a comedian. So has that ever affected the number of tickets being sold to your shows, or like how does that actually affect the ground reality of when you guys put out try to do a show or something?
yeah, actually, people generally don't buy the content; they buy the personality, right? Like if they start liking you as a person, then they will start laughing at whatever you say, right? So but to reach that point, to sell your personality, because when we begin as stand-up comics, no comedian starts, we just write jokes. We think that is our personality, right? Like slowly things might change. You don't know what people will like in you, right? Like as a comic, our job is to say funny things which people buy from us, like whatever they are going to believe. Like when is it believable if this guy says this? Say if I go on stage and say I went in a private jet, whether it is believable or not. Like they will, so because audience, generally people are very judgmental. Like whatever you say, we are going to judge whether is he saying the truth, or like whether has he done this, has it really happened to him? All these questions will definitely run into their brain. So in terms of affecting the sales, so people, they if they like you as a person, then they will start. This is the classical example for all the top level actors as well. People go to a Rajinikanth movie to watch Rajinikanth. They don't care about the story. They want Rajinikanth moments, which is there in every film. But why they are again going back to a new film and watching the same Rajinikanth doing the same antics, same style? Because he sold his personality. His personality is being Rajinikanth. So that's so if people start liking a personality, they will come. And there are people who really want to watch like in terms of stand-up comedy, we get audiences who have not seen or who are not familiar with us. Randomly they come because they like the concept of stand-up. So there are audiences like that as well. But to answer your question, it does affect. Like the more personal connection you establish with the audiences through your content, the more wider your fan base becomes.
Has that ever impacted you?
I don't think so. I thought it might. So I had this video called Christian schools versus normal schools. So there was like, though it gave me a lot of subscribers and a lot of views was coming out of it, likes ratio, all those things are there. The comments were really like just like what you're blabbering or something like that. You are like accusing Christianity and stuff. And like I'm like, actually I've talked about the other side of it also, where there are schools who force vegetarianism also. So I was very careful, and I know the Christianity is a minority and so on and so forth. So I was quite careful with that. But I thought, okay, this might affect me or something like that. It didn't. In my opinion, it does not. People know what's good comedy. People know if whatever you're putting out there is good or bad. So once they know, this comment section won't bother them that much. I, I have sold out even after that. I have gone international tours after that. So sales have been really good. So it doesn't affect them. Just me, and also it's a video. End of the day, we can't be like, we shouldn't attach ourselves also too much into that. It's a video for them. It's a 10-minute of video in which there are random ads coming in between a stand-up comedy video. So they don't attach yourself too much to that video or the comment section. It doesn't affect the sales as long as it's good. If the video is not actually good, it wouldn't have gotten that many views. It wouldn't have gathered that much comments. I know people who do only offensive type. They won't get comments. Nobody is bothering them because in their head, they are not creating a ripple. They are not creating conversations. If they are creating conversations, they are creating within that circle, which doesn't bother them. They'll go one or two comments here, these people one or two comments there. But when somebody, like if a sensitive topic, a comedy and sensitive topic is gathering many views, it means it is good. It means people are sharing it. It means it is, so somewhere they are relating to it or somewhere they want to talk about it. Something's happening there. As an artist, we can start conversations. As stand-up comedians, after laughter, we are creating conversation. That's a big deal. So if the video is doing that much, it's enough, and it doesn't really affect sales.
When you guys face the audience, do audience who buy tickets and come, are they like have you ever faced issues like where the audience has reacted badly to a joke like they do on social media? Does it ever happen in the auditorium, like an audience getting pissed off at one of your jokes?
I mean, at a live show, the maximum negative reaction we get is they won't laugh. Like, because they, I mean, sometimes people are heckled.
Heckling is they get too excited that they are in the show. So stand up is a very casual art form. I do it in Tamil. So it's like as if I'm talking to a friend. So they get very excited and they want to participate in it, and they'll be like, "Sir, this guy only do that." This will happen. This is like very kiddish. There's a positive excitement. You really can't put them down also. So I have to talk with them and then I have to settle that. That's part of the job.
But like, have you ever had audiences where they behave like as if that's a YouTube comment section, stand up and say like, how did you say?
One or two people have stood up from my show and left. Very old people. Like very, very old people have stood up from my show. In Pondi, one ma'am stood up, she left, just ignore it. And then she was fighting with the people outside saying, how can you talk all these topics? They are like, do you know who I am? Obviously, we don't know who you are. Like, I'm a doctor. I'm like, more of a reason for you not to get offended at 18 plus jokes, apparently. I'm like, you're a doctor, you shouldn't get offended. Like, these things happen. Like, people, it's, I don't know, it's more like what will happen once you go viral or something is you sort of become, going to your show becomes a thing. I went to this show, so I can put a story or something like this. It will become like a status thingy. So once that happens, randomly people who don't know me will come to my show. People who know me, who come, will really enjoy. Who don't know me, with an open mind, they will enjoy. These people, they are like, okay, they have a predicament. They have this whole "naanga yaar theriyuma" sort of an attitude. We can't do anything about that. So once they get offended, you don't mind.
To answer your question, like whether people get offended at live shows, they do get. That situation happens when when you're in the initial stages, when you don't have an audience of yourself. Like when you're doing a show where people who don't know you, they are coming and watching. There, they have if they have an issue, they have raised, and it has happened to me. Like at some shows, this was way back 7-8 years ago. Once you start having your own audience, people who like you, people who have seen your stuff online, who want more of you in life, they come. So they understand. The maximum they react is if they think something is offensive. If any of our jokes, if they find it offensive at a live show, who's your follower, if they find it offensive, the maximum they'll be like, I didn't expect this from you, but it's okay. Anyways, I liked you.
They might DM you.
And then saying
One
like, yeah,
person.
they'll say like, this I didn't expect from you. But like, see that, because as I said, like we ourselves don't know what we will become in the future, or what topics we will find
And
interesting.
interpretation also matters. So it's more like what they thought, and then if they are really sweet enough, I'll explain. I'll be like, no, nah, I thought of this, but you understood as this. Very sorry. I'll change it accordingly or something. They are very, like, how to put it, very offensive about it. Like, how dare you do it? I just simply block and leave it. Like, you don't expect a conversation. You just want to berate me. Fine, go on with it.
I just want to open up one of your videos and read the comments section.
That's a very bad thing to do, but yeah, go on.
See, the thing with comment section is that, right, their idea is just to randomly, they have too much free time. That's the only thing, about we are okay with negative comments. If someone says this is not good, we are absolutely fine. It is our duty to address that also. If someone says if it's good, we are liking it. If someone dislikes it, we should accept that as well. If someone is giving an honest criticism, that is fine. If someone is randomly hating you, why should we even go and read or reply? It's a pointless exercise, if you ask me.
Yeah. So he recently did a video, when the elections were just over, and he commented on the entire political scenario of who would Chandrababu Naidu side with.
I think Andhra people should not be allowed to vote anymore. They voted so much that Chandrababu Naidu, he almost became Prime Minister. On June 4th, election results day evening, Chandrababu was literally doing the fossil reel trend. He was standing in the center like this.
So I'm going to read the comment section of that, and I found some really, people took it personally, I guess. Here's a comment. Better to mind your words before talking. Dare to come to Andhra and do this kind of stand-up comedy.
What's with you and Andhra, bro?
That reel I recorded in Hyderabad only. So see, the thing is, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Like whenever I did that, because that show happened 1 or 2 days, that weekend of the election results, that entire thing was a hot topic, and I was having a show in Hyderabad, so I wanted to address that. And and see, as comics, we put relatable content, and we also want mileage, right? Like we also want algorithm engagement. So that was under discussion, so I recorded and put it. See, that's what, like, they should understand that I have nothing against any names that I have ever said. Like or even like in his case, he says that he has spoken about like Christian schools. I'm sure he has nothing against them. Right?
Yeah, 1 or 2 things, but yeah.
But like
He's been branded a Sangi in the comment section.
so like, see, and again there's a narrative in Chennai that every stand-up comedian in Chennai is right-wing. See, all these, with preconceived notions, they come. Once they come and see the reality, they will understand. See, our intention as a comedian, like any comic you ask, we will do anything for a joke. For us, laughter is the biggest reward. If this is going to get a laugh, I will put myself down. I will do self-deprecation, bro, because I want a laugh. Who is someone else? Like, you are asking people, people are asking me to not talk about others. Dude, I'm talking about myself. I'm putting myself down. I have joked about my parents. If at all something I should respect in this world, it has to be my parents for all that they have done for me. But like, I am okay with that. So then who are you to come and say me like, how are you talking about this person? It's just a joke. You always laugh at the joke, not at the subject of the joke. See, I am making a joke about Modi or whoever, Vijay or like Mahesh Babu, Sachin Tendulkar. You laugh at the joke. You analyze the joke, whether whatever I said is funny to you or not. That doesn't mean that Mahesh Babu is any less, or like whoever it is. If I do a Sachin joke, it's not that one joke cannot pull down Sachin's career. It's a joke. You analyze the joke. You don't analyze Sachin. That's not. I never spoke about Sachin. I took one incident or something that this person had done, and then added a punchline to it. As long as your discussion is limited to that punchline, I will have a conversation with you. Once you take it out of that circle and discuss them itself, then I'm not in for that, because I didn't intend to talk about them. In this reel, I spoke about something that Chandrababu Naidu did on June 4th. He met with Modi. Something like that happened. So it's not that like I spoke about himself itself. Right? Like, it's just one incident that he did. And it's a punchline about it. That's all. Like, it starts there and ends there. Once you start seeing the bigger picture, then there is no point. Then there is no topic only to talk about. Then what will we do?
But after the joke you did on this Christian schools versus other schools, have you like kind of changed topic, or like fearing backlash or something? Is that why you kind of have you deviated of late from touching upon religion?
No. I before that itself, I had a video called Tambran Friends. This is about Tamil Brahmin friends, which is also a very sensitive topic. And see, whoever is seeing this Christianity video, they are seeing the shorts. They're not seeing the whole video. If they see the whole video of 10 minutes, it's a very neutral video. Where I say
Sorry, even after seeing the video, they can't comment. You have to see the entire picture, under what context he spoke, under what setup it was recorded. All these things has to be seen.
So in the entire video, it's very simple. In Christian schools, I am being fed with Christianity, which you later realize in your life, this was not at all needed. This is a school. You should have, for moral values, why catechism class was like genuine question for me. It was new. Before that, I had the school where they were like not allowing non-vegetarian. Both are wrong. My food is my choice. How can you say you can't eat this in this premise? It's a temple, no, it's a school. Everybody has a gray shade, and gray is where any art is at. So I have to talk about it. I'm at least attempting to talk about it. I might have crossed a line here or there, but somebody has to do it right. Like what I said is very true. This really happened. This whole thing is really happened. It is happening. It's not like some I'm creating scenarios and oppressing people. Nothing doing like that. This whole vegetarian school thing is happening. This whole Christian school thing is also happening. If you're going to question, as he said, if you're going to question the work behind it or the technicality behind it, I'm very interested in having a conversation. But all you're going to say is like, I didn't have this experience in my Christian school, means it doesn't matter. There are people who will get slapped by their fathers, and there are people who won't get. If my father is slapping me, your father is not slapping you. So I make a joke about my father slapping me, and then you are coming, but my father never slapped me. How the hell is it connected?
Again, to add to this point, like, expecting comedian to take a stand itself is not a very valid argument. Like, people assume, if you speak about something, they always assume that like you are, say, if there are two things, A and B, if you make fun of A, they'll always come and ask why. So do you belong to B? That's why you are making fun of A. We don't belong anywhere. We belong to jokes. For a joke, we'll talk. If A is giving me jokes today, and if B is giving me jokes tomorrow, I'll go to B. So it's as simple as that. Like people can never assume that like we belong to particular section. That's why we are making jokes of the other one. No, it's not like we spoke about it because there is scope for. I saw something funny in that. Tomorrow I will see something funny in something else. Tomorrow, if he has an experience with a Muslim university, he will definitely go. He will talk about it. So that doesn't make that just because he spoke about Christianity and Hinduism doesn't make him Muslim or Jain or whatever. So it's an observation that he made. Tomorrow, if he sees something regressive or something funny about a Muslim activity, I'm sure it's individual choice. Like if he feels funny, he is going to talk. Same thing. If today I spoke of Chandrababu Naidu, if some other politician from the same state is going to do something, I'm going to talk about it. It's as simple as that.
And I also checked out the comment section of some of the Western comedians, and I also check out the comment section of Indian comedians. And when they touch upon sensitive topics, let's say they make a joke on Jews or whatever, and the comment section is full of like an extension of the joke they made. That's how the reactions are. But here, in both of your comment section, when I checked out, I just see, please stay away from this topic, is sensitive and all that. So to deal with this when you're making a decision, like of course you guys make a decision, okay, I'm going to speak about this topic, yes, but it does somewhere in the back of your mind, I'm sure the other side, the opposite side's reaction will be playing in the back of your head. So over a long period of time, does it really get what do you call stressful or annoying to actually overcome this thought at the back of your head every time you decide to joke on a topic or whatever?
No, you get excited about the joke. You get very, very excited about the joke, and it's a challenge also, right? When you take challenging topic, like for me at least, talking about Tambram and all took me, initial stages, like I wrote that. So it took me some 10 months to write the 10 minutes. I didn't know many things coming into that's when I started. So it took me a lot of time. So it was very exciting to write something like that. Before that, I wrote something about one side love or something, which you have like another million jokes. It will never give me an identity. But this was very fresh for me. So it was, you always get excitement only about jokes. Only when you are like about to record the video or something, you hope people comment and everything so that the algorithm pushes your video. So if it's a good comments means really good. Hate comments means, as I said, you get numb also after a point. You become a seasoned comedian or a content creator, you get very numb to all these things because once this video is done, you have to go do shows, you have to do the other video. Anyways, I'm not going to stop. So it doesn't matter. If this video is good means it gets easier to sell tickets. Video is bad means it gets tougher to sell tickets. Video it's the same level means it's the same thing. So it's not gonna affect you in a way, and we are not that important. We know that. We are not at all.
I think it's only when you fall on the bad books of a politician, it becomes a problem.
I mean, they also know we are not that important. See, unless and until they come and start hitting me or something, only after hitting me, I'll become a big guy. Like, say, when some party is attacking me, then I will become a big guy. Unless and until I'll just be a 10-minute video up to at that point. So they know very well it's better for them to ignore us. So I'm not saying they are never taking us into consideration. They will look at the video. I have had one call from 90 cell of a party. So people will take you into consideration, but they will never voluntarily go and boost you up by doing anything negative because they have other 10,000 things to do.
Yeah, I think that's what Daniel Fernandez would have thought when he made the joke on Jains buying goats on each day, and then a BJP politician threatened him and he cancelled his show in Hyderabad.
But I understand as a comic why people get offended. I understand why they are taking offense. It's because we relate to, say, take in my case, say I made jokes about Mahesh Babu, right? People took offense. Why? If you go and analyze the psychology behind it, when you get attached to something very seriously, what happens is people don't care about that particular thing. Say Mahesh Babu fans, they got offended not because I made jokes about Mahesh Babu. They got offended because how can you insult my belief that he is the best actor? Like he, in his mind, he has done so many things around Mahesh Babu. Like he woke up at 4 a.m. to go and watch his show. He has fought with his friends that defending Mahesh Babu, that he is the best. All this he has done. One day I go and make jokes about Mahesh Babu and his fans are like, dude, I have spent so much hours in my life for this guy. You are calling me a fool now. That's where the offense comes from. Our intention is to address something that we found funny in our perspective and to create a laugh. That's all. If it's funny, there are people who are laughing for it. That's why we are recording it and posting it.
Obviously.
If the joke keeps bombing, we know, okay, maybe this is not a joke, I shouldn't talk about this. Or maybe I should try something else. So when that happens, we will realize. But the point of making joke about any topic is that like we found a laugh there. It's not about laughing at you. We make a joke so that we can laugh with you. So I'm laughing, you also laugh and forget and move on. If it's too funny, remember and come for a live show. Pay for our bills. That's all we expect.
Right. Perhaps a joke should be looked at as a joke and not be taken personally. Thank you so much for your time, both of you, Vikram and Manoj.